had a good New Year's celebration. We were planning on going downtown, but they canceled all the arts events and the fireworks. We kept our dinner reservations with some friends. Enjoyed that, and then just being able to go home and get out some card games, play some things. It was kind of funny. My wife, Megan, I think after like one glass of mead, she turned into a pro at a game called That's What She Said. It's very similar to like Cards Against Humanity. You get a cue card, and then people have a bunch of other cards in their hands, and they have to, throw cards out that they think will get the dealer at that time to react certain ways. And Megan just collected cue card after cue card after cue card. Pretty incredible. So it was good to be together with some friends and enjoy and ring in the new year. Hopefully you enjoyed the new year and were able to do some things to break away from some of the monotony that just it can bear down on you, that's for sure. Something else we did, and welcome back. It is the WMAY Morning News Feed. I'm Greg Bishop. Happy New Year. Something else we did is we took in some entertainment. Of course, a variety of different streaming services that we subscribe to, that you subscribe to, I'd imagine. So we took in a couple of different films and even started a new TV series. I know a lot of you out there are huge fans of Cobra Kai. We started watching season 4. We did not binge through it, as some of you already have. All right? I know a lot of you have made it an effort to watch as much of that as possible. We watched the first 3 seasons as they came out. I think actually we watched the first 2 seasons when they ultimately went to Netflix, because they were originally just on YouTube. It was a YouTube original production. But it's based off of Karate Kid, right? I mean, you've got that saga with Danny and Johnny and Reese and Miyagi-Do and a variety of other just different old school classics all bleeding together with that. So, it's one of those shows where if you like cheese, it's there. And if you like scripts that are safe, it's there. Cobra Kai is one of those that if you're just in for a kind of a mindless good time with some karate sprinkled throughout, definitely check that out. But I gotta say, I think the best actor in that is Martin Kove, the guy who plays John Kreese. Why do I say that? Because English is not his native language, but his English accent is perfect. He's such a good actor. But again, I think the person who best plays their character is actually the guy who does Johnny Lawrence, William Zabka, because he's just that quintessential 80s, blonde tough guy. And he carries that through to now as an adult, mid-age, so pretty good to see that. Now, so that's a TV show we watched. A couple of the movies that we watched over the weekend, one on Netflix, Don't Look Up. If you haven't seen it, it's good. It could be interpreted in different ways. You could either look at it as, Hollywood establishment's final call to address climate change, or you could look at it and say, it's not just, one of those, you could look at it as a variety of different, bureaucrats with ulterior motives, huge business tycoons with ulterior motives, seeming to put out there, hey, we've got this, it's your best interest, but really it's just for their bottom line. So Don't Look Up, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence. You've also got Meryl Streep in there and a variety of other big names. Jonah Hill. You've even got Cate Blanchett. And some of these, this ensemble, they did a really good job. And again, I think you can interpret things differently when you watch these types of films. So yeah, it might be something that's put out there by establishment Hollywood to raise the alarm about climate change. But like I said, the film really allows for you to interpret however you want to interpret, because I think that even Leonardo DiCaprio's character, to a degree, falls into some of what we've seen other high-profile academics fall into. Like, Dr. Fauci, for instance, being on the cover of magazines is like the most sexiest scientist alive or something. Well, the same thing happens to Leonardo DiCaprio. They're not dealing with COVID or with climate change and Don't Look Up. They're dealing with a comet that's headed straight towards Earth. But still some of the tropes that we see in real life playing out. The kind of ditzy TV anchor and the jovial, fun show, even though they're trying to deal with serious news. How academia could possibly be compromised. How even people react to what could be, existential crises. So Don't Look Up was decent. But then we also were huge fans of Wes Anderson. So we took in The French Dispatch. Now, that's been out for a while, but it just now came to where you can rent it streaming. And we watched that. And it's a typical Wes Anderson film with a ton of quirk, beautiful cinematography, really strange, offbeat dialogue and how it's presented. Wes Anderson, of course, like, the Royal Tenenbaums and a variety of other shows, Fabulous Mr. Fox. You've got all of these different types of programs that he's put together, and it's a unique style he has. But I got to say, I mean, with Bill Murray, Benicio del Toro, Tilda Swinton, Frances McDormand, some of the repeat offenders in Wes Anderson films definitely bring it with this one. It's not the best Wes Anderson movie, but it's got enough quirk to definitely make it worth your while. So check that out as well. The French Dispatch. And me being a journalist, I kind of liked some of the themes throughout it about, it's essentially covering a magazine that people go and write really, interesting stories about interesting people. And it's one of those things where I think you'll enjoy it. Just sit back with a glass of wine and take in The French Dispatch. So those are just some of the New Year's festivities that we took part in. Hopefully you found some time to just unplug and take in some entertainment.